Our first story is the deadly terrorist attack on a train yesterday. The gunmen hit a train going from Abuja to Kaduna. Details are still incomplete, but we have reports of the terrorists abducting some passengers and injuring and murdering others. The Punch has confirmed the identity of one of the dead, Dr. Chinelo Megafu. Up until earlier this month, she worked at St. Gerard Catholic Hospital, Kaduna. It's been reported that she recently resigned from the hospital and was about to leave Nigeria for Canada. Before her death, Dr. Megafu tweeted during the attack. She tweeted, quote, "I'm in the train. I have been shot. Please pray for me." That was her final tweet. She died in the hospital. But while Dr. Megafu was losing the battle to stay alive, many people on Twitter were accusing her of lying. Many of them were handles who have been very vocal in defending the ruling party on Twitter. One of them called her, quote, Oni Iroshi. Another one asked her if Kaduna was on the way to Biafra for her to be claiming to be on that train. Apparently, to that person, the idea that an Igbo person lived and worked in Kaduna was unthinkable. Now, the Railway Commission has suspended all activity on the Abuja-Kaduna line. When they tweeted that announcement, here's what another APC supporter, Benga Gold, said on Twitter. He said, quote, "This is what they wanted, make Nigerians suffer and demarket the present government. Still won't stop APC from being 10 times better than PDP," end quote. And I'm bringing this up because it's actually a shockingly common sentiment that you hear online. Whenever these attacks happen, you have a lot of people who first come out to say it's a lie, and they accuse anyone talking about it, including victims, of being opposition stooges, trying to bring the government down. We've seen it with previous attacks on this railway line. We saw it with the Lekki Tollgate shooting, even after a panel set up by an APC governor reported that there was a mass shooting. But this isn't just an APC problem. Let me take you back to when Jonathan was in office. Let me take you back to the Chibok abduction. Do you remember the number of pro-government people at the time who insisted vehemently that there was no kidnapping? Do you remember how some of them accused the parents of Chibok girls of lying to make the PDP government look bad? Why is our empathy limited by politics? Why are so many Nigerians so quick to dismiss a victim as a liar just because the particular situation may make the government they support look bad? Why are so many Nigerians so invested in making the government they support look good at any cost, including the cost of human lives? Back to the Railway Commission, let me read you their statement on Twitter. Quote, "Dear passengers, due to unforeseen circumstances, train operations along the Abuja-Kaduna route have been temporarily suspended," end quote. Unforeseen circumstances. I want to know if you agree that these circumstances were unforeseen. After all, this wasn't the first attack on a train on this line. There have been multiple attacks. Just a couple of months ago, we had one where the terrorists dynamited the train. Remember? Former Senator Shehu Sani was one of the passengers that day. Also, ever since rail service resumed, it's been painted as a safer alternative because these terrorists are attacking the roads. Do you remember that Transport Minister Rotimi Amechi said something about it when he was told that people were complaining about the ticket prices? You remember what he said? He said that people had a choice: pay the ticket prices or go by road and pay ransom. Remember that? Do you remember when he said that? A serving minister said that. We covered it here on Hard Facts. So clearly, the government was aware that terrorists were a menace in that area between Kaduna and Abuja. And if terrorists can attack the roads, is it so unimaginable that they will eventually attack the railway, especially when they have seen that their victims are now running to the railway to avoid them? Has politics made Nigerians lose their humanity?